What the hell are they doing with these fate strange fake sisters? I have no idea, but I love it, so keep it up. Yeah, so after editing this video, I did recognize how many times I've mispronounced the main character's name. It's not Fuji, it's Fushi. So I apologize for throughout the entire video calling him by the incorrect name. Anyways though, I remember in the past I made a bold statement about a specific series that did fall off because it just doesn't compare to what happened in the first season because it was just so well crafted. But now it completely feels dry and I can't even watch the third season of it anymore, despite seeing specific clips. But I'll get back to that in a bit. What I'm talking about is To Your Eternity. To Your Eternity is a phenomenal season one hit wonder of a series. And you might be asking why? Because we all recall the first episode where Fuji is first introduced, not very intelligent at the beginning, but you know, like a newborn baby learning new things. And he comes across this young boy who, unfortunately, spoiler warning, he dies through the journey of him coming back to his village, or I'm pretty sure he came back to his village already, but sustained injuries from that journey and ends up bleeding out to death. But Fuji ends up taking his soul, or I guess remembrance, and he becomes him, and his journey continues on as that boy. But because he's still not very intelligent, he is pretty much learning as a newborn baby, beginning to learn how to walk, talk, eat, and you know, learn. And it's not a bad series at all for season one, and you go through an emotional roller coaster with almost every single character. And spoiler warning again, you come to get to know them, you know their circumstances, you know the setting that they are in, but you get so attached, and that is the worst possible thing for every single character, because once you get attached, you start to like them, start to adore them, start to cope what will happen towards the end of their arc, and would want them to find a way to figure out and live a life till they grow old and die. Unfortunately, a lot of that just doesn't happen because they do die tragic deaths. That little, oh my gosh, man, I don't even want to talk about it. But one of the best arcs throughout this first season has to do with the goat Gugu. My gosh, man, if you want a representation of the manliest of the men, Gugu is that guy. I mean, literally, if you live out your life like Gugu, you will be respected to the utmost max. Like, I don't even know if that even made sense, but you know what I mean. That guy was literally the manliest of the men. He did everything he could to save his girl, and my gosh, did he succeed. But it came at the cost of his life, and that's why we see Gugu still appear in future seasons, because unfortunately he did pass, but Fuji still remembers him enough to the point where he can turn into him. Now, I don't remember anything further past that, because now I'm going to get into why I think this season or this anime did fall off. Season 2 felt weird. It felt like another rinse and repeat of everything that has happened, because towards the end of season 1, it was just that again. It was just getting close to a character, understand their circumstances, expect for them to die at a certain point, and then continue on where Fuji ends up claiming their remembrance and turning into them. Now, one thing that I will say that did spark up this series a bit was this infestation thingy that is like the counterpart to Fuji. Fuji, as long as Fuji is alive, I'm pretty sure that thing is bound to exist, and it's going to attack many people, which is good. But again, it just adds on to the rinse and repeat cycle, and it's just another component that gets added. Rather than just Fuji getting close to a character, now it's Fuji getting close to a character while fighting this infestation thingy off. People die, and it continues on to the next generation or next era, depending on the time setting or the time skips that this anime does. But yeah, no, it just, in season 2, it feels the exact same, and instead of just like in a personal level, or I guess like a minor town setting, it goes up to like a bigger city slash kingdom. And now when you look at season 3, it's the same thing, but I guess in the most modern era. I mean, you got our boy drinking boba. Now that's pretty cool, but just looking at the past of season 2 where I did drop it off, I just can't get myself to continue watching this series. But the reason why I'm bringing this up now is because season 3, although I can't pick up this series despite me really wanting to, I feel like I'm slowly kind of getting there, as I've been seeing some clips that just remind me of Higurashi or When They Cry. Because if you look at this image right here, it looks kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. A little girl with like murderous intent eyes. I mean, look at that. That's just full of bloodlust. And then you see her swinging around a freaking saw or a weed eater with a blade or whatever you think it is. I really don't know what this tool is called. And then you see that kid fighting Fuji. Like, oh my gosh, what happened to this? Now, I can't really show the scene of what happens after, but it is very disturbing and kind of feels like something that you would see in When They Cry. And if you've seen that anime, you know what I mean. I really do feel like that might be something that I want to watch for that reason. I mean, like, just seeing how much grotesque that this series has gotten, I kind of want to see what the hell is going on, because you don't really see that in season 1 or in season 2, but you do see like on-screen deaths. It is very messed up and grotesque with the infestations taking over certain bodies, and yes, that is gross, but I feel like it's just kicked it up a notch in season 3. I am talking the talk, I am talking so much crap, but at least I can say that I've watched season 1 and a little bit of season 2, but again, it got repetitive and I soft dropped it from there and went on to watch other things like Reincarnated as a Vending Machine or Farming Life in Another World. I mean, literally, that series just, I don't know, I think my brain just completely turned into mush because of TikTok. But yeah, no, I feel like I still can say that at a certain point, it did feel repetitive, nothing felt new, and I wish that there was just something else to spice up the series. Rather than him repeating that exact same cycle, just a different generation or a different era coming, it feels boring. But again, I've seen some clips and I've been spoiled a little bit, and I'm kind of inclined, or at least wanting, or at least a little bit motivated to watch this series. But let me know what y'all guys think down in the comments. Am I speaking way too ahead of myself? Am I thinking just, did I cut it off at a very weird end? Like, did it get better? I'll tell you right now, where I dropped it off was when he was defending the kingdom and he was able to make, I guess, rebuild the kingdom after that whole fight because of that infestation thingy or whatever. He was able to rebuild castles and they kind of like, I guess, saw him as a god. He was trying to hide everything from them, from the civilians or citizens within that kingdom. But yeah, no, I dropped it from there. It just really didn't feel motivating for me to continue on watching if I knew what was going to happen maybe 5 more episodes after. But let me know what y'all guys think down in the comments again. Anyways, though, appreciate y'all for hanging around. If you made it this far, why not drop a like and subscribe, as that does help out on my channel a lot. Anyways, though, appreciate y'all for hanging around. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios, guys.